Hey everybody, it's Linda from the Crafting Depot, and I feel like I haven't been on here in over a week. But tonight I was trying to figure out what to do, and I decided to do some doodling because I haven't done that in a while. And I like to do different things because it just keeps me from getting bored. So before I got started, I just drew out this square, which is not, as you can see, perfect. Like there's the lines are not perfect. And you know what? It's not all about perfection, but so what I'm going to do is just draw some big circles and then some little circles inside, and then we're going to shade. So I'm just going to get started with some large circles, and I'm not too worried about them being perfect. So here we go. And it's a small box. You could do this in a larger box. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to start doing is make some large circles. Just keep on doing circles. And turn it. And you know what I forgot to do? Was put something underneath, although this seems to be, because I noticed that the ink goes through, but I have a pocket on the other side, so it won't go through. So we're good. And then we'll do some small circles on the outside, tiny circles. And I mean, this is super easy. Anybody can do this. If I can do it, you can do it. And what's nice about it is because it's so easy, it can be relaxing. So I'm going to keep on going because I don't want this to turn into like an hour-long video, but I'm going to keep going, and then I'll come back periodically so you can see the updates. Okay, so what I did here was I made some large circles and then little ones, and then while I paused, I went around and I shaded in between the circles. So I'm going to go on to the next one, and I'm going to do something similar. Some small ones. And basically this is all it is so far. And you know, we're going to finish it off with something else in the end. And I should put a tissue down so I don't get it all over my hands because the ink is still wet. And it's really hard to see. Try to bring it close enough. And here we go. And some small ones. And it really is hard. My vision is getting worse as I get older. Make some large ones. And this is really an easy, fun activity for anyone that wants to start doodling. Because in the end, you come up with this really fantastic geometric design. And it's a great way to decorate your journals. Okay, so I went around all of these with circles, and now what I'm going to do is color in with these little lines and just give it more of a, not so much 3-dimension, but yeah, more of a 3-dimension, or more dimensional, I'll say. So that is what I'm doing. And as you can see, the darker areas give it more dimension. And I'm going to fill this little space in and just do the corners. Okay, so I'm going to continue doing this, and I will be right back. Okay, so I filled in all around the circles. Actually, I missed a little bit in here, right in here. I could do a little bit more. Not too much more, maybe just a little bit. Make it a little darker. Okay, so we're moving on. We're on to the next. So we did 1, 2, we're on to this circle. So I'm going to do some large circles. And maybe a little one right in there. This space is going to get colored in. Put a circle in there and a little circle there. And here we go. And I really hope everybody's doing okay. I get major anxiety sometimes. It's debilitating. But I push through it. What I do is I start moving. I bought myself this watch. I think it was like $30 to see how many minutes, not minutes, how many steps I'm doing. And I try to do 10,000 steps every day. So Baxter keeps me busy. He's about 2,800 steps, give or take a few. And now the little guy's getting older. So the past couple of times that I took him out, he didn't want to go for his 2-mile walk, which he was always doing. And he loves it. Loved it. Loved to walk. He's got great strength in his hind legs. His legs, even though they're short, they're extremely muscular. But now he's getting a little tired. So I took him around the block, and then I left him home and went for a long walk in this park that's near us. It's called Robinson's Preserve, and it's a really nice place to hike. And also, well, there's no mountains. It's not like that kind of hiking, but it also has places where you can kayak. And I have kayaked out of there. And then I found out later on that somebody found an alligator in there. And I am petrified. You know, being from the north, I didn't grow up with this. So I'm petrified of alligators. So I'm not really excited about going back in there again to kayak. I probably will never do it again. I don't know what happened to me. As I get older, I get more fearful. You know, like going out late at night. I don't want to drive far distance, especially by myself. I won't do that. And, you know, I'm never going to jump out of a plane. That's not happening. What I would like to try and do, how did I get on this subject? I have no idea. But what I would like to do is probably zip lining. And I know that I would be petrified to do that, but I think I would give it a go. I'm petrified of roller coasters. Can't do it. My father put me on a roller coaster. I think I was 8 or 9. And that's the last time I ever did that. I was so scared when we came to the turn. I thought we were going off the railing and into the deep blue sky. So I said, nope, never again. My sister-in-law has a really funny picture of me. We were at Disney World, and they talked me into going on to one of these rides, and I think I screamed the loudest throughout the whole thing, and they got a picture of me too. Screaming. You know, when you go by the cameras on these, you know, places at Disney World, they take pictures of you. I gotta find out where that picture is. I know she has it. She bought the package so she could get all the pictures. And that is probably by far the funniest picture of our vacation. Okay, so I am going to finish this and stop babbling. Looks like my camera's running out, so I gotta plug in. Okay, so now I did 3 circles, and as you can see what it looks like. And now we're going on to circle number 4. So the same thing, large circles, medium, here's a tiny one, and another one. And let's see, what can we get out of this? There we go. And as you can see, my hand is not steady, but I'm not going to let that stop me. And that's what I try to encourage to my viewers. Because we all get, you know, stopped. Oh, I can't do it. I'm not that good. Everybody can draw, everybody can paint. Just have to do it. And here we go. That circle wasn't too good, but you know, that's okay. That's how it goes here at the Crafting Depot. And Friday, I am packing up and heading over to my son's. And then the next day, we're going to go stop by my daughter's. And I'm going to see my grandbaby. And so I'm very excited. I do not know how many videos I'll get out next week, but I will do my best to try and get out of this slump. All right, here we go. And I think okay. So I got that done. Now, you know what? Instead of filling it in, I'm going to do this one. Just get it started. And then I'll pause the camera and do some fill-in, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what I'm going to do next. It's a big surprise. No, it's not. It's just having fun. And this is the perfect activity for me tonight, because I was afraid to pick up my paints. I just didn't feel good about it, and I was like, I don't feel motivated. I gotta find it again. Okay, here we go. And the napkin is down so I don't get ink all over my hands, and then pull some of the ink off of the paper. So you do want to make sure that you keep something underneath, but being that this pocket is here, whatever's coming through isn't being shown because the pocket is hiding it. But if you're doing ink on cardstock, I guess this pen goes through it, so I recommend being careful. So I'm just making circles. Trying to make them as large as I can. Okay, here we go. Pretty nifty. Okay, here we go. We're almost there. And then I will pause the video and I will color in between all the circles, and the mistake like this, I'll just color it in like that. So we got the circles done, and now I'm going to fill in between it, and I'm going to pause this. So I just want to show you what I did was I switched from doing in between everything with the pen, the Pilot, to the brush pen, and it's coming out a lot better. The lines might be thicker, but that's okay. So in here, so that's what I'm doing right now, is just going between everything. I just wanted to let you know that the brush pen works a lot better when you're going in between circles. Okay, I'm going to go on to this one. Okay, so now I have all the circles, all 5 circles, and now what I'm going to do is make all tiny little circles all around the outside. So that's what I'm aiming for. And we're going to start down here, real tiny. And just continue like this, all around the outer edges of everything. So I'm going to continue. You can watch me for a little while, but I don't want to bore you. For me, it's just very relaxing. Just to make little circles. And this is a great activity to improve, your circles. Great arm control, for when you're painting or doodling. I have a very shaky hand, so this is something that is good for me. Okay, so now you've seen me do some of the small circles, and I'm going to continue and finish. Okay, I'm back. So while I took a break, I got myself a cookie and went looking for my readers that I just found and put on the counter. I have no idea where they are. But anyway, we're back, and I'm using the inexpensive readers. And what I'm going to do next, I took out my Stabilo watercolor pencils, and I like them because, you know, also I want to just say I sharpen this and it's not breaking like all the other inexpensive colored pencils that I have. They break cheap. I highly recommend the Stabilos. I like them. So what I'm going to do, I picked this color. I also mentioned in the past that instead of getting 12, I'd get 24. It's just nice to have more of a, you know, variety to look at. So out of these colors, because of what I did over here, I picked this pencil. So what I'm going to do is around all these circles, I'm going to color it in. And after I color them all in, I'm going to take out the water brush. So this is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to pause the video and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So I colored everything in with the Stabilo Aqua Color colored pencil. Can you see that? That's what I used. So the next thing I'm going to do is go into my Grabby watercolor paints, and I am not affiliated with them, but I bought them and I absolutely love them. They come, it's only $19, and it comes with 50 half pans, and it's great for a beginner. I love this. I'm also, you know, I also have the other, can't think of the name of it right now, Karataki paints, and I love them also. But this is a wonderful set for anyone like me who's just starting out. So what I got with this is this water pen. So what you do is you open the bottom. Whoops, I'm not in the camera. You open the bottom and you put water in it, and then you close it up. So when you press on it, it releases a little drop of water. And that's how you can you can use this to paint with, and you can use it also with the watercolor pencils. So what's nice about the watercolor pencils also is if you get out of the line like I did here, you can erase it, which is what I'm doing. And you know, you can still see it a little bit, but most of it's gone. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get you a little bit closer, and I'm going to bend down and try to color this in a little bit more, blend it around each. Whoops, gotta be careful. Be careful, Linda. I have a terrible shaky hand. Maybe that's part of the anxiety. But I persevere and I carry on. And I continue to overcome that disability. If it is. Who knows? Could wind up being to my favor. Okay, so here we go. We're going to color this in. And I don't see a huge difference, but we're going, whoops, too much water. So what do you do in case of that? You get a tissue. And the tissue pulls it up. Just like water paints. You know, if you put too much on, you get a tissue. There. I do see a little bit of a change. It's filling in areas. Okay. So we did this. I like the way that's looking. The black is bleeding into it. It's giving it a nice shadow. Okay, so let's turn the paper rather. Baxter needs attention. What are you crying about, Baxter? Huh? He needs his mama to hug him. It's very emotional at night. It's emotional all the time. What am I saying? Okay, what's your problem? Huh? What's your problem? What are you crying about? Everybody hears you crying. You need mama to kiss you? Huh? Do you need your mama to kiss you? Love you? I love you, buddy. I love my little guy. Okay, now that he got a little attention, back to painting. He just got a little piece of a hamburger, so he's been treated really good, really good. He just likes hugs at night. Okay, so now we are finished. So just with circles, let me go back up a little bit. Just with some circles, this is what we came up with. And I think it's pretty cool. And I like the way it looks next to the stenciled paper. So I think she's going to really enjoy this book. And let me put a tissue here. So this is what, I mean, it's really coming out great. Fantastic. Oh, I stenciled the inside cover. Did I? No. Yes, this one. This is the inside cover. I'm leaving that. And I still have a lot more to do. I think what I'm going to do next is I am going to take out my paints and I'm going to paint. So with that, I want to say thank you for subscribing to my channel. Please hit the like, subscribe, and the notification button so that you are notified when I make other videos. I also have some journals that are for sale on Etsy. If you go to Etsy, if you're interested in looking, it's Linda's Crafting Depot. And I also have some other things there for sale, and it includes shipping and very helpful for making journals. So with that, thank you for watching and have an amazing day. Okay, bye-bye.